A huge thank you to Renorayz for allowing me to post their creature concept submissions in this video. These playful creatures are most commonly seen during spring and summer, since it's when they come out of their winter hibernation. Herds of them can be seen happily trotting through open fields. Their trail always leaves lush vegetation behind, as Demetyras play a key role in pollinating all sorts of ground-dwelling plants. Mysterious and feared, the Aulioo inhabits the deepest, darkest forests of Sonaria. Though many tales portray the Aulioo as mean-spirited tricksters, they're actually very gentle and kind if you get to know one of them. They're shy and elusive by nature and run away from most threats. Even when cornered, they try to scare away the attacker before fighting back. The cybernetically enhanced Irizahs are really something to behold. They're some of the most intelligent creatures to live on the lands of Sonaria. Some say they come from a different world entirely. These vain beasts enjoy the spotlight whenever they get the chance to be in it, but don't get too close. Their colors are bright for a reason. The Eiroca is a master of disguise. They blend into their habitat extremely well. Their appearance mimics that of the kelp around them, and not noticing an Eiroca is a fatal mistake if you're a fish. This beast is only thought to be a legend, a monster that is used in stories to discipline the little ones. It is said that they snatch away creatures in their sleep. If they wake up, even the sight of a Shararook is so terrifying that they get paralyzed from fear. It goes on to use its victims as muses for its twisted masks. Ralokai are small, social critters that live deep in the woodlands and marshes of Sonaria. They're known to be mischievous and trick travelers passing by leading them to dead ends or even grave danger. Ralokais use their magical bioluminescence to lure creatures to them, then ambush it in a large group. Ruler of the depths and harbinger of darkness, this monster strikes fear into the hearts of even the strongest creatures. When you hear its deep bellows, it's already too late. This large fiery predator dives down at terrifying speeds to kill its prey, dealing a devastating blow. As a tyrant of the skies, they're both highly respected and feared by creatures, being the embodiment of the sun itself. A fragment of ancient times, the uncanny Urzuk are the divine yet mischievous guardians of sacred land, tombs and hidden treasures. These golems are struck with the cruel curse of eternal life, as they can never truly perish even after they've fallen apart. While this creature might not be the brightest, their sheer resilience is near unmatched. These tiny amphibious critters are known to be able to survive the harshest conditions and environments on Sonaria, from the crushing pressure of the depths to the burning lava of the volcanoes. Even food and water is only a second thought to them, if they even have thoughts. Often thought to be just a fairy tale monster, the elusive Grimmbors are fanatics of the blood moon and prowlers of the night. Grimmbor is a highly intelligent species who have mastered all sorts of magic, be it however horrific and dark. These sneaky predators love to toy with their prey by mimicking familiar voices and creating illusions, then take it out with a swift blow when the boredom finally sets in. These critters might look friendly at first, but don't be fooled by their adorable appearance. Litum'u are the vengeful spirits of small creatures, who will lead anyone foolish enough to follow their hypnotic lights to their doom. The creatures unfortunate enough to fall for their traps will follow the Litum'u as its servants. A strange and ancient species that has existed on Sonaria for thousands of years, their presence can be felt all over Sonaria's history. Sonarians are extremely intelligent and adaptable creatures. They're scavengers and inventors, collecting and crafting from anything they find valuable, even hunting creatures far bigger than them for ingredients. Even then, they live in the shadow of creatures that are gigantic compared to them. Maybe they don't belong here after all. When the cold breeze runs across the meadow and yellow leaves litter the ground, the rather clumsy Karakro can be commonly seen towering above the tall grass. Gathering in large swarms, their constant squawking makes them incredibly annoying to anything around them and makes most creatures avoid them. They come to these grasslands to cut the grass using the sickle-like claws on their wings, which they dry out in the sun, then make into nests that resemble hay bales. An invasive species on Sonaria, The tiny Paru-Gama comes from the vacuum of space. They mainly occupy themselves with studying the fauna and flora of Sonaria, yet it's not really known what their motive for coming here truly is. Paru-Gamas are extremely intelligent, using gadgets, weapons and vehicles, even breaking reality itself with some of their inventions. Morgox is a fabled beast that is considered to be one of the most ferocious predators Sonaria has ever seen, yet also one of the most elusive. They're in perfect harmony with time, space and the earth itself, making their ambushes so well calculated that they're always a guaranteed success, almost as if they can predict the future. Greatly respected and feared by many creatures, even their feathers are highly valued, which are thought to contain powerful magic within them. Artikauk are bright and colorful coastal creatures that love to flaunt their elegant wings. Mainly hunting fish, they rely on their speed when diving to make a quick meal. Despite living in rather Arctic conditions, where a white pelt is more desirable, Artikauks sport a bright red plumage. They're not afraid of getting hunted. Whoever dares to bite them is in for a painful surprise. Fiery masters of heights and climbing, these herd creatures keep balance even when walking on the steepest of surfaces, jumping around on mountains and inside the craters of volcanoes. They thrive in the hottest and harshest of environments. Not many predators would even consider hunting one down. It might just leave a burning taste in their mouth. Don't be fooled by the cute appearance of this creature. What seems to be its skin is just a tapestry of all the things it has gathered during its lifetime, sewn together into a suit. Palimaus don't like to show how they really look like, going to great lengths to add new pieces to their disturbing costume. Despite this, Palimaus are rather friendly and playful, not using their deceiving appearance to hunt, but to try to befriend other creatures, which usually ends in failure. Umbilus lives in the deep dark ocean and drowns anyone who dares to encroach on its territory. With a flick of its wings, they are able to fly up from the depths and even grab flying creatures. There is a legend that the restless souls of creatures can find refuge in its sea. Bolatras are colonial, parasitic creatures who inhabit dark and damp places. The black, tar-like sludge their body produces carries their spores and is highly infectious. If a creature comes into contact with these spores, most of the time through a bite, it becomes zombie-like and lethargic before new Bolatras start sprouting out of its body, completely taking control of the poor creature. Due to them being blind, they use their great sense of smell and hearing to navigate their surroundings. Zarraxes are intelligent, mechanical creatures who are fueled by the organic matter they consume. They are automatons left behind by a long-gone civilization, where they were created to tend to the sick. Now roaming freely, completely purposeless, they choose their own path. Since they are not only healers, they're just as capable of weaponizing diseases as curing them. Elusive and shy, Sarchiases prefer swampy and dark areas. They use their glowing parts to see and attract prey, and they have the ability to turn their glow on and off for this purpose. Bäruws are solitary creatures that are masters of camouflage, waiting patiently in lush forests for the perfect time to strike. One bite from its powerful jaws is enough to tear off limbs or completely crush its prey. They use their strong front legs for digging, to find roots and mushrooms to eat, as well as to dig a hole to hide their body from oncoming creatures, leaving only their mouth agape above the ground. They are even adept swimmers, using their flat tails to propel themselves through the water, making them truly a nearly inescapable threat. Born in space, the Selenis is an invasive species on Sonaria. This otherworldly creature only appears when the moon shines bright above. They sing creatures to sleep with their beautiful melodies, bringing wonderful dreams to whoever hears them. Though maybe the real motives of Selenis might not be as dreamy, as they do love a meal that doesn't run away. Cantapodi are opportunistic scavengers, feeding off of anything they come across in the wild. Their rogue-like lifestyle suits their uninterest in hunting and socializing, and forever remain on a constant search of food. Over and over and over and again, look down and see your perfect creation, Eternal Watcher. deadly stalkers of the night, Calyptrius fly silently through the forest looking for their next meal. They use their sharp claws to shred their victim apart and drink its nutrient-rich blood through their proboscis. Despite their brutal eating habits, these insectoid creatures are actually rather shy and elusive, disappearing into the night when spotting anything they deem as a threat. Wandering wastelands and sites of large battles are the gnarly Cura, snapping the bones of the fallen they stumble across with their jaws like twigs. Despite this, Curas are very social and intelligent creatures, living in packs led by matriarchs and forming close bonds with each other. Curas are some of the only creatures who have been seen producing music and singing, using primitive tools to create a rhythm. Borathoses are fierce and prideful warriors that protect their herd at all costs. These creatures live for battle, it's better not to mess with them. They use their massive shield-like frills to reflect attacks, and form phalanx formations with their horns and frills when under attack. They see Athuliths, Istajudals and Cavaradices as their deities. Whoever hurts one of these sacred beasts will face their eternal wrath. Alkdi are speedy aquatic pack predators who primarily feed on fish and other small creatures. Alkdis have color-changing cells in their body, which allows them to blend into their environment seamlessly. They use their flexible tentacles to grab prey and to manipulate objects, as they're quite intelligent and curious by nature, even using their shifting colors to communicate.